All right, so we in here. I'm asking everybody to subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos. All right, so we can spread the message. But I'm Shock Exchange, of course, and it's been an it's been a very interesting 2024 with Cat Williams coming out the gate and dissing everybody in the in comedy world, and now we got a beef between a rap beef between Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. And so this show is called Tupac Estate Threatens to Sue Drake Over Tailor Made. And a few weeks ago, Kendrick Lamar had a verse on Like That with Future and Metro Boomin, where he dissed J. Cole and Drake, saying, this, forget the big three, it's just Big Me. J. Cole came back with Made Delete Later, and he clapped at Kendrick, said your first album was massive, your last one was tragic. One of your albums was tragic, and your last one was mid, but they gassed it. So that's exactly how he felt too. So it's a chink in Kendrick's armor that basically a bunch of sheep promoting some of his music that's maybe mid or maybe average at best. And then Drake came back against everybody. Came back against Rick Ross, J. Cole, Future, Metro Boomin, and obviously Kendrick with Drop Down and Give Me 50, asserting that Kendrick been extorted for taking half his publishing, half his earnings by Top Dog Entertainment. And then he came back very next week with Tailor Made, where he looks like he used an artificial intelligence version of Snoop Dogg's voice and Tupac's voice, where they're admonishing Kendrick, please get at this guy. They're begging Kendrick, please get at this guy. Do something, sleep with his girlfriend, talk about his skin color, talk about him personally, talk about his family. Say something disrespectful. They're imploring Kendrick to do it for the West Coast, which is pretty disrespectful. And now Tupac Estate heads into the fray. They're threatening Drake with legal action over Tailor Made and the AI version of Tupac's voice. It says, this is from Pitchfork News. It says the estate of Tupac Shakur has sent a cease and desist letter to Drake over the Toronto Raptors Tailor Made Freestyle. The track, a diss aimed at Kendrick Lamar, features vocals meant to sound like Tupac, likely created using artificial intelligence. The estate is asking Drake to take down the song, which he posted on his social media pages last week. Okay. The Tupac Shakur estate is being represented by prominent entertainment lawyer Howard E. King. In his letter to Drake, King called Tailor Made Freestyle a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity in the estate's legal right and a blatant abuse of the legacy of one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. King continued, the estate would never have given its approval for this use. The unauthorized, equally dismaying use of Tupac's voice against Kendrick Lamar, a good friend to the estate, who has given nothing but respect to Tupac and his legacy, publicly and privately compounds the insult. Says the estate plans to pursue all of his legal remedies if Drake does not take down the Tailor Made Freestyle. So you can guarantee he's gonna take this down. The Drake, this was witty, playful, but again, it's Tupac's voice, but it's clearly Drake rapping. I don't know how they did the voice, but they did a rapper around Drake's rapping. That's Drake's flow and his cadence, but it has Tupac's voice. And so there was, to me, everything that this record did, Drake could have done it without using Snoop's voice or using Tupac's voice. It's very controversial for a couple of reasons, because Drake is one of the biggest artists in hip-hop, arguably the biggest artist. Now he's giving credence to the use of AI, which is not, I don't think it's a good idea. AI is very controversial, and you're appropriating other people's content and their creativity and their intellectual property with no talent at all. And Drake, if you're the biggest artist in hip-hop, he should be standing up for artists, not the other way around. He should be standing up for artists and protecting their intellectual property. And that's probably, the energy he's putting out is probably why a lot of people in the rap industry don't like him. Apparently, he's getting paid. He's coming to a space. He's from Canada. He comes into a space that's big in the U.S., created by blacks in the U.S. And he's coming to a space acting almost like a colonizer. Like he has an energy where he's making, as long as he's making money, that's all that matters. As long as he's making money, people embrace him, but he's running off with the bag. That seems to be what's guiding these other rappers dander up. Future, Kendrick, Metro Boomin, J. Cole, Rick Ross. You're the chosen one by the industry, and you run off with the bag. So he should be standing up for artists, not the other way around. So everything he did on that diss track could have been done without using AI. And then it comes down to the legal issue. Can you use somebody's voice? That's the question, because these OpenAI and Microsoft are being sued by a bunch of authors who are saying that they're using these authors' intellectual property without any compensation and authorization. So Drake knew what he was doing was not legal. Snoop didn't say anything about it. Snoop was probably flattered by it, but Snoop is alive. He can say something about it. But Tupac is not alive, and he has no say. Now Tupac's estate has spoken up. The legality behind using Tupac's voice is in question now, and we're gonna find out from the culture whether this was cool or not. We don't know how the West Coast feels about it. I know I did a show a couple of days ago on how Suge Knight spoke out about it. That you have a gang culture in LA, and these people are asleep. You don't want to wake up sleeping giants. You didn't pay a toll in LA. You didn't ask anybody's permission whether it was cool or not. And Tupac spoke to a lot of people in LA. Probably somebody Kendrick looked up to. He spoke to a lot of people in LA. He inspired a lot of people in LA. His voice, his music, his lyrics, his message inspired a lot of people in LA. And they're still salty over the fact that he's no longer with us. He left way too soon. And I don't think Drake asked anybody's permission in LA. Could he use Kendrick? Could he use Tupac's voice and get anybody's blessing in LA? Any of the elders, or any of the gatekeepers in LA? And now the state is getting stand up. The state is upset about it. The state is threatening to sue. So it gets down to how does the West Coast feel about Drake using Tupac's voice? Using Tupac's voice to just an icon, up and coming icon in LA, and the legalities of it over it. And I'm sure people are going to use the language, the stance taken by the Tupac estate and the legal counsel to protect their intellectual property as well, in case somebody use AI to take their voice or take their content or their likeness without permission. So there you have it. This is on Tupac estate threatens to sue Drake over TaylorMade. Thank you for listening.